Like this.
You know what, man? I'm just gonna lay back on this one because I don't know what to expect on this one, man. This dude is trying to knock me upside my head, you guys, today. So I'm just gonna lay back. Hey, Bobby, I told you slow this damn thing down, didn't I? Just slow this damn thing down when we in the air, man. Y'all excuse me, man. I gotta check my damn pilot, man, every week, man. But anywho, man, we back down on the east, man. We still on the east, bro. That part I do know, man. What it do, What it
What's
do?
going What's going on, BJ? Hey, we still in DC with it, baby. We still in the Maryland area. I don't know what's in the water out there, BJ. But this one right here this is a crazy story. You probably would never thought about this would ever happen in this particular environment. But I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna give you a little. We got the B roll. I'm gonna load up the B roll, but I'm gonna give you a little synopsis. A 10-year-old victim was a 10-year-old was having they was having a funeral for a 10-year-old girl that got killed during a Mother's Day violence, and two funeral home directors got into a beef.
Oh, don't tell me behind the funeral home money.
I'm gonna just say this: the funeral home owner allegedly murdered the pallbearer of the rival funeral home in
Oh,
broad daylight.
what the freak, man? And you gonna tell me we ain't in last times, man? You gonna sit here and try to act like them days ain't coming near, man? Oh my goodness, bro. Hey man, we need to all run the Geno Jennings, man. Am I right? I say, gotta go back to Bible. Go back to Bible, I say.
You ain't lying. After this, I would never thought I hear about violence at
Hold
the
on,
funeral home.
hold on, Unc. Hold on.
Talk
You
to
just
me.
you just took me down to Maryland, man, and took me to some Jeffrey Donovan 2 and 3 type shit, man. Produced through two women, a 19-year-old and a 44-year-old,
Yeah,
gruesomely killing their grandmother and the mother.
yeah.
Now you taking me to a funeral of a 10-year-old baby, 10 years old. 10-year-old baby at a funeral where the pallbearer is the pallbearer? Oh no,
Yeah.
excuse me. The pallbearer and the owner get into it because the pallbearer want his cut. He said he want his money, man. You ain't gonna pay me. I need my money, Mr. Jim. And Mr. Jim then said, man, that's B-roll, man. I don't want to assume, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man.
Final goodbye to her 10-year-old daughter is now grieving the loss of a good friend after shooting at her child's burial. Ariana Davis was shot and killed on Mother's Day in Northeast D.C. when a bullet came through her family's car. Yesterday, tragedy struck again.
Hey, moment of silence, TV land. Moment of silence. Let's bow our heads for this little girl, 10 years old, shot on Mother's Day. How worse can that be? I got homegirls, man. Condolences to all my homegirls, man, who have lost their kids, their children, their sons, daughters in the midst of the last few years. Shout out to all my homegirls. Shout out to all the women in Los Angeles. Shout out to all the women across the globe, all the women in the world, man. Any women out there, man, and you have suffered a loss of your child, 17, 16-year-old, 18-year-old, through the hands of guns, gun violence, gangs. I myself, as a double OG, ex-gang leader, ex-gang member, ex-representative, active in the field, I want to apologize for us all. I want to apologize for us. I want to apologize. I even want to apologize for those who do not know the wrong that they do in the state of mind that they're in right now, because most of them are on drugs. I want to apologize to you women. I want to apologize and send my condolence to all you women for your losses. One moment of silence for this young lady, man. Ishmael. Amen. Yeah, that's coming from R.O.E 2023, man, and Spliff DTV, man, because that's how we do it over here, man. Man, this is sad, bro. A shooting at a funeral home, a 10-year-old. Now, we as ex-gang members and niggas who've been in the streets and been to funerals, we done seen shootouts at funerals. We done been to funerals where it went down. I get it. But it's like, come on, man. A lot of this shit it's not common. It's not normal. And now it's becoming normal to society. But to have a 10-year-old getting buried, a 10-year-old, not an adult, a 10-year-old, not a rival enemy or ops, as y'all call it. This is a 10-year-old little girl, pretty little girl, beautiful. Got shot on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day. Y'all couldn't even lay this little girl down and allow God to talk to her in the spirit, bro, at her time of demise, where another death occurred. Didn't have nothing to do with this little girl's burial, but just to go to show you how evil is working on us, man, around the world globally. Let's B-roll.
Yesterday, tragedy struck again as Ariana was laid to rest. A dispute between rival funeral homes erupted in gunfire at Washington National Cemetery. It ended with the death of a close family friend who was serving as a pallbearer. News Force Paul Wagner has the emotional conversation with
Pause
Ariana
camera.
and new details.
Oh my goodness. I just heard one key word. Did you guys hear that word that I heard? Did you hear it up?
Nah, what was it?
A rival between two funeral homes.
Oh, yeah, I did
Did
hear
you
that.
just hear what I said? A rival between two funeral homes. Now, let's go back to reflect to what I just said the other day when I said, hey, man, I use gangs as an example and I use religion. You see where we at? These are two funeral homes. That's just like two goddamn rival gangs. What the fuck are two funeral homes doing arguing and getting into a gun battle to where it led to death, man? You gonna tell me this? We not in there last time. Just like the young lady on just popped on right now by the name of Angela Slaughter. Angela Slaughter just said Revelation. We've been saying Revelation since we've been speaking on this.
Yeah.
Result back to that book, man. Result to that chapter right there. If you don't know nothing else in the Bible, just go read Revelations, bro. This shit was taught to all of us as kids. This was embedded into all of us as kids growing up in them 70s, them 80s, them 60s, bro, by your grandmothers and your grandfathers, bro. Revelations. Let's B-roll, man.
Details on the arrest of the man accused of pulling the trigger.
Wilson Chavis, according to police, had a long-running business dispute with people who were preparing to bury Ariana Davis at a cemetery in Suitland, a dispute that escalated at the gravesite with ugly words. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, Chavis first exchanged words with one man who walked away. The documents allege Chavis then pushed the pastor conducting the service, identified as Joseph Fletcher, who spoke at Davis's funeral earlier in the day. Investigators say Chavis shouted, "This ain't your expletive funeral home," and then tripped over the lid to the grave and fell. Police say he then pulled a pistol and fired.
When we arrived, we found that there was one adult male and one adult female that were suffering from gunshot wounds. The adult male subsequently was pronounced deceased.
Prince George's County Police have identified the man who was killed here at the cemetery yesterday as Ronald Stephen Banks, who was a pallbearer in Ariana's funeral. Ariana's mother tells News 4 that Banks was a good man who had stood by the family since Ariana was killed. She says the woman that was wounded.
So hold up, Cap. I want to. So the pallbearer wasn't even the target. He an innocent.
Moment of silence, man. We send our condolences down there to their family, to the pallbearer, to the man who died, helping the family out, bury this young lady. Not to cut you off, Unc, but oh man, that's just crazy, bro. Finish saying what you was gonna say right quick, Dunk.
Yeah, I was saying, bro, that the pallbearer wasn't even the target, bro. He's just an innocent victim that was there to support the family.
Because it sounds like,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, bro. He got hit by a straight bullet.
That's what I was about to say. I should say because it sounded like the guy when he tripped, He thought somebody tripped him.
Uh-huh.
Your clumsy ass and tripped off one of them cables or something. He thought somebody tripped because he was already argumentative. Trust me, I bet that's what was on his mind. And he came right up just shooting and shot an innocent person, bro. Hey, a moment of silence for that brother, man, who got killed, who lost his life for burying the young little girl. Moment of silence. Ishmael. Amen. Hey, man, condolences to the family down there, man. Hey, this is a crazy story, bro. This go to show you how wicked the world is and the world in which we live in, man, the society we live in, man. And nowhere is safe, basically, besides your home. And even some of the people's homes ain't even safe unless you really got your shit, really wired up and barred up and secured up and you got them things in there for anybody who's intruding. You're going to serve their ass like they supposed to be served, man. But the only place you really save that right now is at home, seem like, bro. Because going out in the public, to public settings, public outings, it's not the way it used to be. Like the summer's coming up. Matter of fact, we're in the summer. This is summer month. We just had our first first fake summer holiday, which was Memorial Day. And already things happened on Memorial Day. Murders took place. I'm talking about multiple murders. Spread it out all over the world. Shit was going on. Here it is, little girl lost her life on her mother's Mother Day. This is a day that mothers are supposed to be honored. This is the day that mothers who bring children into the world, mothers who birth, suffer, go through the things they go through. This is the purpose and point of honoring mothers of the world. And for a mother to have to lose her daughter from gunfire, man, that's sad, bro. That's some sad shit, man. It's sad, bro. And for me, again, once again, these type of things, it triggers emotional feelings within inside me from being a new person that I am and being a changed man, as opposed to I went through shit like this in my past when I was active in the streets 30 years. It didn't affect me at all. I didn't look upon this shit. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't give a shit. Basically, I didn't care. So it's just go to show you how when a person take that step and take those leaps to make changes in their life or to is just really willing to change for real, bro, then things can come back to be effective to you. And I'm starting to really realize that, man. When I do these stories, when I cover these stories, and when I talk about these things, that having those experiences, that damn, I'm sitting back looking at myself nowadays that I really have emotions. I got feelings, and I remember it was a time I didn't have these feelings, bro. I didn't give a fuck, for real, bro. I just want to share that, man. Talk to me, huh? I talk back.
No, baby, I should. Bro. It was a point of time where a funeral, the cemetery was a safe haven for a family to bury their loved ones. Now we into the days now, bro. Even the funeral home or the cemetery not even safe.
Right.
It's a
Now
cold.
you said, boy, the funeral home or the cemetery not even safe.
Not even safe, man. It's a cold world out here, bro. We got a couple more seconds on this B roll. I want to play the rest of it, then we can finish. We can speak on. Cause I want to see if they have any more details on exactly what these two funeral homes was beefing about.
Okay.
Is a cousin. In a brief phone interview this morning with News 4, Ariana's mother said Banks tried to intervene in the dispute when he was killed.
I'm so traumatized that this happened at my daughter's burial site. I didn't even get to lay her down, even to put her in the ground, and another incident happened. This is so traumatizing to me, my children, my whole family.
Antoinette Belk says the violence in the cemetery prevented her from being able to say a final goodbye.
So one of my aunts was at the grave site the whole time, so she was able to see Ariana go in the ground and put dirt over her. And I have pictures to confirm. So I'm it's a big relief knowing that my baby is buried.
Wilson Chavis was taken into custody during a traffic stop and, according to police, admitted his involvement in the shooting. In Suitland, Paul Wagner, News 4.
News 4 tried to find the pastor today, as well as the...
Now, is he some kin to the little girl?
Talking about the funeral home director, the owner?
The shooter
No.
fool.
No.
Hey, man, that nigga was the owner?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, man, he was the owner, man. He was the owner of. Okay, so he was the owner of the rival funeral home, not the one that was conducting the service.
Oh, so well, I don't give a damn what rival funeral home that nigga come from. He do not look like a pastor, and damn sure look like he owned nothing.
Nothing.
That nigga got cutthroat written all over him, don't he?
Bro, cutthroat. It was a quote on
Let
one
me
of the
see that
new.
mug shot one more time, man, please.
Oh,
man.
let's bring it back up. That nigga say he got cold. Let me find it. Here we go.
Look at this TV land. Look at that big old tattoo on the center of that nigga chest. And he owned a funeral home. I wouldn't spend $1 in this nigga funeral home, man. $1. Look at him. Look at his appearance. Nothing says businessman or I'm going to wear your people to rest the finest way I can. Nothing looks that way with him, man. Everything look con artist with this motherfucker. He looked just like them people that I got caught up with. Hundreds of thousands of other people in Los Angeles and other states when we got caught up in the burial scams. I spent all that money on plots for me and my family to lose my shit, bro, like that. And I still got my check right now today. I still got a check they sent me 10 years ago, damn near, when they sent us these checks. I got a fucking check for $1.50-something. Millions of people who was in this lawsuit, the attorneys walked away with all the money. That's what gave me the game and how I learned about big major corporate litigations or when you're doing a litigation. The people don't win the money. It's the attorneys. Feel me? It's these big corporation attorneys, man, who win the money. But yeah, man, this is when the time when they were digging up burials that you were paying for, the money you were spending on for plots that you were spending on for your family for the future. These assholes were digging them up and reselling them. So now, right now today, I can't even go anywhere to lay flowers on my mother's grave or lay flowers on my little brother's grave. And you think that shit don't bother me mentally at times? This is why I have it so hard when their birthdays come around and the Mother Day come around for my father and my mother and my little brother, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the shit is so hard on me. I even took my homeboy R.O.E, buried him on the same plot with my parents. I paid for his funeral and everything. Buried my homie on there. Moved everything. My whole plot gone. Santa Fe Spring Funeral Home. That's where I buried my friend. My parents was buried. My little brother, Santa Fe Springs. And all our stuff was lost in this law litigation. So I myself and a lot of people in Los Angeles and other places went through that scheme back then, man. When they were reselling the plots and digging up bodies and stacking the bodies. They was finding bodies stacked on top of one another. It was just crazy, bro.
I think I remember that controversy, bro.
Yeah, man. I was caught up in that shit, man. I was one of the clients that was in the lawsuit, man. That was crazy, bro. When I received that bullshit check, I couldn't believe that shit. And you know, my only thing was I didn't want no damn money. Just give me another plot. Give me a whole big plot for me and my family then. And you know, give me a plot. So everybody who lost their shit, they didn't replace nothing and none of that. They didn't do none of that, bro. None of that. They came, matter of fact, they just refurbished Santa Fe Spring. Because I went down there a couple of years ago just out of curiosity because I was on the 605 freeway. So I banked off that exit and shot to Santa Fe Spring since I was in the area. And they didn't drop the whole new slab of concrete down in there, everything, bro. So everything where everything was, they put concrete over it. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, they put concrete over it, man. So certain plots, there was grass. It's concrete now. It's an actual driveway. It's crazy, bro. On that note, man, you've been struck by lightning bolt, man. R.O.E 2023, man. Spliff DTV, man. HCX Current News. Watch Satellite News, man. Bringing you the news you can use, Jack. Hey, man, y'all drop y'all comments, man. Drop y'all comments on this one as well, man. We want to know you guys' opinion on this EP, man. How do you feel? Do you feel safe spending your money with funeral homes and cemeteries today, in society today? Looking up on this story and seeing an actual funeral home, two funeral homes get into a battle over money, because that's what it all boiled down to, dispute. It looks like this dumb jackass right here, he was mad because they didn't go through his funeral home to do the burial. So he showed up. Or excuse me, he was there already because it is at another burial. He was there to make controversy with the funeral home who's actually covering the burial. I don't know, man. You guys drop your comments below, man. Drop your comments. Let us know, man. How do you feel about cemeteries and mortuaries? How do you feel about spending your money with these fake preachers and these fake mortuaries, man? How do you feel, man? How do you feel? Question of the day, man. On that note, man, hey, listen, be safe out there, man. Be safe in your own home. Protect yours, man. Protect yours by all means necessary. By all means necessary. Protect yours, man. Whatever you do, protect your home, though, because that seems like that's the only safe haven that we all have right now as human beings, man, is your own home, your own inner space. That's your only safety right now. Whenever we step out into the public, whenever and wherever, and that goes for anybody nowadays, whenever we step out into the public now, it seems like you're subject to become a victim and not even knowing it. Whether it's a car accident, getting hit by some drunk driver, or some diesel driver went to sleep by accident, and a freak accident hit you and killed you, anything, we're subject to become a victim, bro. That's why it's best to stay prayed up, homie, and realize that we are in them countdown days, man. And it's choices to be made right about now. What side you gonna be on? What side you gonna bang on, my nigga? Gang, gang. You gonna bang with the devil, or you gonna bang with Allah? Because that's where it boiled down to now, niggas. What gang you gonna claim? What gang you gonna bang? Bang, bang, bang. Gang, gang, gang. That note, the mighty freaking W. Watts. We are taught to survive. Braka! And we out this bitch. Ha!